Hola, this is parte dos of your Secuencia de los tiempos verbales. In part one, we talked about the different kinds of sentences that you could have with present subjunctive. So in parte dos, we'll start talking about the types of sentences that you will see when using the past subjunctive. Now remember, your past subjunctive, it can also be called the imperfecto del subjuntivo. These are your new endings that end in ra or se. For the purposes of these notes, we will be using the ra endings. Pluscuamperfecto del subjuntivo, that is your use of hubiera. Your use of hubiera and the participio. Not much difference between the two, but it's the difference between the use of had or not, okay? We'll look at some examples here in a minute. Now, over here in the first clause, in your independent clause, you are still working with wedding verbs. Don't forget about those. But now we're shifting everything to past tense, okay? So the wish or desire, recommendation, the doubt is in the past tense. So that means the subjunctive part has to be in past tense as well. So you're just taking your concept of subjunctive and you're moving it from the present to the past. You might have to choose between imperfecto or pretérito. I'll go ahead and tell you that I feel like with these types of sentences, pretérito is used more often. And this is usually because you're talking about a specific recommendation or a one-time recommendation or the doubt of a particular event happening. And so because of this kind of singular, specific, one-time kind of feel, we usually go with preterite. Now, if you see like, she always recommended that, or they always suggested that, if there's something that implies that it happened more than once, then imperfect would be more appropriate. Condicional, we're going to talk about the conditional on the next page of notes. And then if you remember, so we're going to skip that for right now. Pluscuamperfecto, if you remember, that is the use of había plus your participio. So instead of saying, I recommended, maybe the translation wants, I had recommended. And so preterite imperfect with your use of the subjunctive, okay? Notice that if you had after the K, it's going to be hubiera. If you see the had before the K, then you're going to use había, okay? I should write that over here. I can write that. Let's write that smaller. Okay. Also down here, you've got pluscuamperfecto, and it can be used twice. So you can have two hads, and in which case, each had is going to conjugate differently. They're both in past tense, but the one in front is not using subjunctive, whereas the one in the end is using subjunctive. Let's go through some sentences. We'll do every other one, just like in parte uno. So with the first sentence here, I want you to use this first sequence, so that's preterite plus the rah-rahs. So it says, the doctor recommended that they take vitamins. So this one's going to be in pretérito. This one is going to be in your imperfecto del subjuntivo. Okay? And then here we go to put it all together. El doctor recomendó, then your K. Ellos tomaran vitaminas. Okay. B, it was impossible that she had already ran 3 miles. In sequence B, I'm wanting you to use preterite again in the front, but with the pluscuamperfecto, with hubiera. You need hubiera because of this had. That's after the K. So we're going to put fue imposible. Oh, perdón. Okay. Ella. Now remember, you have an already. Those always go in front of the verb. So ya hubiera. Now do your ran, corrido, and then finish it off. Okay? These are some long sentences, aren't they? Now we're going to work with the imperfect a little bit. We're still going to be using the rah-rah endings and the hubiera, though. So in this one, my parents always wanted me to play with other kids. Here's where we'll use imperfecto. Here's where you'll use y de ese. I know that in this English translation, you see to play, and so you instantly want to go to jugar. But because of the K that you have to put in here, you cannot simply use the infinitive jugar. You have to put it in the subjunctive. So this is how this one ends up turning out. We've got mis padres, siempre. You might see a may come next for the wanted me. If it's not there, it's not a big deal because you're going to get it here after the K with the yo form of jugar. Okay, yo jugara. There's your rah-rah ending with other kids. Con otros, I'm running out of room. Niños. Okay. The next one, we have a had. So we got to use an hubiera. And it is marked with imperfect. We didn't believe that he had gone to work. If you have preterite there, like that would work for me too. I'm just asking you to use imperfect so that you can practice it. So we did not believe, no creíamos que él hubiera. We can put a se here to use irse for to go. Ido al trabajo. If you didn't put the se in there, no big deal. But you definitely need the hubiera ido. Okay? Hope I'm not going too fast. Just got 2 more. She had recommended that we get along well. The had is here in the front. So instead of using hubiera, I need to use the form of haber without subjunctive, which is going to be había. Ella había. Then my recommended verb is going to be a participle. Oops. Perdón. Recomendado. Que. Nosotros And here's where your rah-rah comes in. To get along well. Do you remember it? It is llevarse bien. Nos lleváramos bien. Okay? And the last one. This one has two hads. Had doubted and had gone. Okay, so remember the little thing we wrote up here. So in front of the K, use había. The had's after the K, hubiera. I should have included that. All right. So this last one here, we had doubted. Nosotros habíamos dudado que she had gone to work that day. I'm going to use irse again. Que se hubiera ido. And here's the rest of it. It is a mouthful. A la escuela ese día. Phew. I mean, it's a mouthful in English, too, if you think about it. Okay. So here's your new sequences with past subjunctive. If you would, practice the other sentences, the ones that I skipped, and we'll check these and go over them when we see each other again, okay? Adios.